for a favor to somebody that you have, because I don't have enough arms to do this. I need you to turn and hug the person next to you till they turn blue. And tell them that's from Bishop Jakes. Would you do that for me?
That's the Bishop Jakes.
Give it up for the greatest pastor this side of heaven, Apostle Ron Carpenter, and his lovely wife, Hope. We just love you. We think you're amazing, incredible people. We just love you with the love of the Lord. They are fantastic people. You may be seated. Wow. Yeah. I'm so excited. I was watching a video and forgot I was supposed to come. That video been any good. I was just watching. I greet you with all humility and great joy. And I'm delighted just to be in the atmosphere. 42 years in the ministry. After 42 years, you can walk in a room and know whether you want to be in there or not.
Well.
I had walked in some rooms I wanted to run out of. But I sense my Father in this house. The glory of the Lord is all over this house. Thank you, Brother Brown, for who you are to the body of Christ and your lovely wife. We meet you with Jesus good. My first time in this city, I was here for you. And it's so good to see you in the service of the Lord tonight. Anybody happy in here tonight? My daughter and my son are in the house tonight. If I brought this mic, either one of them would preach this place down to the ground. I'm so proud of them and so happy tonight and so honored. There are a few people that knew I was coming and they came to meet the other half of the family. Because this is like a family reunion and a regathering of the blood-washed, sanctified, spirit-filled, hand-clapping, toe-tapping, devil-chasing saints of God. Am I in the right house? If we're not right, Bishop Henry Fernandez came all the way from Florida, all the way to the other side of the country, said, I'm just going to hang out. Would you stand? I want to recognize you. Such a joy. Amen. Amen. I just am so grateful to God for him and Brother Darius Daniels and his lovely wife. We ate together. Amen. I'm so glad to be in the service with you. While I ate with him, she had gone shopping. He was sweating bullets. I thought he was getting hot flashes. Woman losing for credit card to make a man's knees buckle. Say amen, somebody. James Teague, all the way from Baltimore. Would you stand? I want to recognize you. My son, God bless you. Good to have you in the service of the Lord. And Don, where's Don Johnson and his wife? Stand up. Preacher was Jesus for Jacksonville, Florida. Came all the way out. Glory to God. They make me feel special. Pastor Reginald Steele and his wife from Phoenix, Arizona. So good to see you in the service of the Lord. I'm just grateful. Pastor David Venable, all the way from Washington, D.C. Would you stand? Thank you for being here tonight. And one of my sons from the Potter's house in Dallas, Brother Corey Hughes, came up here, flew up here just to be with me. I'm grateful to God for him tonight, and just for all of God's people. I'm just so excited and so thrilled and so honored. I go preach all the time, and all these folks don't come. It must be you. I don't know what it is, but you must have a drawing anointing on you, amen? I just want to mention quickly that if you're not doing anything up here October 18th through the 20th, and you're a woman, all the women in the house make a noise. I'm doing the Woman Out of Loose Master Class. And it's going to be in Dallas, Texas. Consider coming and being a part of that meeting. I'm going to be ministering. My daughter Sarah, my daughter Cora is going to be ministering. My wife is going to be ministering. A whole host of others, Dr. Juanita Bynum, a host of others are going to be ministering. We're doing seminars for women who are entrepreneurs and going into business. I've got a team of top CEOs, women who are shattering glass ceilings and going places they've never gone before, including Nellie Galan, who was the former president of Telemundo, is going to be there, and a host of others just to mentor you and tutor you. The sisters are rocking all over the country. Amen, amen. Oh, sisters, y'all supposed to clap better than that. Amen. They are just doing amazing things, and I want to be a part of it. I want to be a catalyst of change. You can go to www.wtal.org and get all the details and information and sign up quick because we're filling up fast. It's hard to preach in a place where you just have so much love. I just want to just stand here and be happy for you. You mind if I just breathe for about an hour? So happy. The safest place in the whole wide world is in the will of God. There's just nothing like it. I don't care whether it's high or low or big or small, that sense of being in God's will and walking in God's purpose is the most amazing feeling in the world. Can I get a witness? I'm going to go right to the Word of God because there's a rumor I'm long-winded. It's a lie, but it's a rumor out there. And I'm going to go right to 2 Samuel chapter 5, verse 17 through 25. And I'm going to read it out of the King James Version. I wish there was some deep reason for me to do it out of King James. I think I just do it because I'm old. I'm old and it's old and we get along real good together. I learned it in the King James, and so I'm going to read it that way. I have a custom at the Potter's house. When I read the Word of God, everybody stands. So if you want me to feel really at home, stand and act like you're interested in what I'm talking about. We get along real good. I do want to thank God for Marcus and Joni tonight. What tremendous vessels you are to the body of Christ. I greet you with Jesus' joy. What a tremendous ministry you have, catapulting our ministries around the world, and we just salute you tonight and are grateful to God for you. Again, 2 Samuel chapter 5, verse 17 through 25. When you have it, say amen. Amen. If you can't try to say, wait a minute. That was a nervous wait a minute. Somebody was sweating bullets. I can't tell you if you're seeing Revelations, you're in the wrong direction. Make a U-turn and put back down to 2 Samuel 5 and 17. There you will find one of the most profound, prolific personalities of the Old Testament. Someone in which we have gotten to watch intricately. We have watched him grow from a boy to a man. We have watched him transform from a shepherd to a king. I'm talking about David. We have seen his strengths on the battlefield. We have seen him vanquish giants, destroy foes, render helpless armies and kingdoms. We have seen him weak and fall and fragile. He is the most perfect picture of the human experience. An uncensored look at a man of God's life puts in perspective who and where we are. It is not the tailored, continuous type testimonies that we give to each other, where we flaunt our successes and never speak of our failures, intimidating other people and making them think that if they were as Christian as we are, they would have no flaws at all. He is not like the pictures you post on Instagram after you filtered them and removed all the blemishes out of them. This is an up-close, realistic view into the struggles of transformation and becoming all that God would have us to be. And in this particular text that we share tonight, he is on the catalyst of seizing his destiny. And I believe the Holy Spirit gave it to me tonight because many of you are right at the tipping point, right at the edge, right on the verge. Anybody feel that in your spirit? You're closer than you've ever been before to stepping into your ultimate destiny. And we're going to take a look at that tonight because God has given me a word for you. You're right on the cliff. You're right on the edge. If you move one more inch, you're going to submerge into the perfect will of God like you have never seen before. You might as well know it. Hell knows it. The enemy knows it. Demons know it. Satan knows it. You might as well stand up in the integrity of understanding that you are right on the verge. Look at somebody and say, I'm right on the verge. If I push one more inch, I'm going to understand why I am. It's one thing to know what I am, but I'll never be complete until I know why I am. I'm going to understand why so-and-so didn't raise me and why I went through certain obstacles and trials and tribulations. I'm going to understand why I had so many hills and valleys to forge through before I stepped into my purpose. I'm going to understand why I've had setbacks and had resistance and had to strength and swim up current against the stream with the odds up against me. And I'm going to understand why some things were harder for me than they were for other people because God was getting me ready to take me someplace I have never been before. I'm going to understand why haters hated me, why friends betrayed me, why scandals bereft me, and yet at every point I kept getting up again because I had a feeling that I was here for a reason and supposed to do something for God. Shout hallelujah in this place. That's as long as I can stall for you to find the scripture. So if you haven't found it by now, just fake it. Just look at your phone or something like you got it in there. But when the Philistines heard, verse 17, but when the Philistines heard that they had anointed David, that they had anointed David, that they had anointed David, that they had anointed David king over Israel, all the Philistines came up to seek David. Not some, not a few, not an army, all of them came up to seek David, and David heard of it and went down to the hold. The Philistines also came and spread themselves in the valley of Rephidim. And David inquired of the Lord, saying, shall I go up to the Philistines? Wilt thou deliver them into my hand? And the Lord said unto David, go up, for I will doubtless deliver the Philistines into thine hand. Good God of mercy. And David came to Baal Perazim, and David smote them there, and said, the Lord hath broken forth upon mine enemies before me, as the breach of waters. Therefore he called the name of the place Baal Perazim. And there they left their images, and David and his men burned them. And the Philistines came up yet again and spread themselves in the valley of Rephidim. Now watch this closely. And when David inquired of the Lord, he said, thou shalt not go up, but fetch a compass behind them, and come upon them over against the mulberry trees. And let it be that when thou hearest the sound of a going in the tops of the mulberry trees, that then thou shalt bestir thyself, for then shall the Lord go out before thee to smite the host of the Philistines. And David did so as the Lord had commanded him, and smote the Philistines from Geba until thou come to Gazar. Can you say amen? Baal Perazim. He called the name of the place Baal Perazim. Baal Perazim. Why did David rename the place Baal Perazim? Baal Perazim, literally translated in Hebrew, means owner of the breakthrough. Tonight, for a few moments, I want to talk to you from the subject, anointed to break through. Anointed to break through. And I want everybody to say it, but particularly those of you who have been in a battle, have been through distress and hard times, have had to fight against your own emotions and circumstances, have had opposition internally and externally. I want you to say it because I want you to hear yourself say it, because faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Your ears have heard you say, I don't feel good. Your ears have said, I don't know what I'm going to do. Your ears have heard you say, I'm just frustrated. I'm just not happy in my own skin. But faith coming by hearing the word of God. So I want you to look at somebody and say, I'm anointed to break through. Tell somebody else, because you didn't sound convincing enough. I want you to say it until the Philistines get nervous, till hell gets upset, till demons start trembling. Say, I'm anointed to break through. And for the next 30 seconds, I want you to give him any kind of praise you got. You got 10 seconds to take the roof off. Church, from the east to the west, from the north to the south, from the highest seat to the one on the very front row, from the balcony to those who are working in the back, into every overflow that they're all jammed and filled. Let the anointing of God overflow into the overflow. Let it spill into the parking lot. Let the anointing get so strong that when we get in the car, we are still experiencing the presence of God. I pray, oh God, tonight that we would never be the same again. That every yoke would be broken, that every bondage would be destroyed. Lord, I pray that chains would fall on the floor and prison doors would swing open. I pray for the birthing of vision and creativity and concepts and ideas. I pray for the birthing of businesses, companies, ministries. I pray, God, in the name of Jesus, that such creativity would sit down in this place, that people would have to look in the mirror to see if that's really them, because you're about to do a new thing in their life. Thank you that the former things are passed away. Thank you that the past is behind me. Thank you that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and I praise you for it now. In Jesus' name, shout it out! On your way to your seat, say, I'm anointed to break through. My God. How many of you saw Karate Kid? Remember Mr. Miyagi? And Mr. Miyagi is a seasoned specialist in karate who is so seasoned and so well that when he gets ready to take on this mentee to mentor him, he begins to take Daniel through a battery of experiences that seem unrelated to his destiny. Daniel has come to Mr. Miyagi because he wants to learn how to fight. And as I recall, Mr. Miyagi has sent Daniel out to wash cars. What a humbling experience. From time to time, I have young pastors and ministers who come to me and want to be mentored, and immediately they want the stage. But God doesn't put you on the stage till he puts you on the stir. And he starts stirring you up in ways and in things that seem totally totally irrelevant to what you had in mind. A master teacher uses odd objects to convey truth and revelation. A master teacher will take you through a course and a process of training that is unique, and you have to believe and trust that everything you're going through is related to everything you're going to. When I was teaching one of my children how to outline a sermon, I said, I want you to go out and buy a big puzzle and bring it. And she went out and got a big puzzle and brought it down to the dining room table. And I said, look at the picture. She looked at the picture. And then I took all the pieces of the puzzle and I threw them out on the table. And she said, Daddy, I didn't come to make puzzles. I want to learn how to preach. I said, why do you think they have the picture on the cover of the puzzle? She said, I guess so you will know what you're trying to build. I said, yes, for without a vision, people perish. And then I showed all the scattered pieces, and I said, all those scattered pieces is everything you studied to preach. But if you don't put them into continuity, the hearer will not get the picture that you have in mind. So an unstructured message is just a jumble of colors without any resilience, and it's unrecognizable. It is not enough to study yourself full if you don't think yourself clear and then organize the text like you do the shapes of the puzzles and find out how to introduce truth in a constructed way that fits to accomplish a picture. You wouldn't think that a puzzle had anything to do with preaching. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the way God leads us. You see, success is not a dollar amount. It's not a position. It's not an occupation. It's not a degree. It's not a big house on the hill. I've seen millionaires commit suicide. I've seen people with more degrees than a thermometer be hopeless and end up homeless. Yeah, I know that's cool, isn't it? I like it too. I've seen them sleep up under bridges with doctorate degrees. I've seen people locked up in prison who had matriculated from the upper echelon of great universities. So education doesn't guarantee it. Success nor wealth doesn't guarantee it. I've seen famous people found dead on the couch in their own house, drowned in a tub of water in their own blood. So fame does not guarantee success. What is success really is to accomplish what you were created to do. So then no one can determine my success by your barometer. You don't get the right to say I'm not successful because I'm not what you had in mind. Since you did not create me, you cannot determine whether I am successful or not. The manufacturer of the speaker has determined it to function within a certain range. It was created to deliver a certain amount of watts of power and energy and sound through the atmosphere. And if you want to know what its capabilities are, you have to check with the manufacturer because they know what it was designed to do. God says to Jeremiah, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, I ordained thee, I sanctified thee. I know what your specs are. I know how high you can go. I know how far you can run. I know how fast you can think. I know it because I put everything in you that you need to accomplish what you were created to do. I rebuke jealousy and envy and low self-esteem and fear because God has caused you to be fully equipped with everything you need to accomplish your purpose. I'm as good looking as I need to be. I'm as smart as I need to be. I'm as talented as I need to be. I am fully loaded and completely equipped with everything I need to accomplish my purpose and my destiny. If I would have needed more, he would have put more in me. He gave me everything I need. High five somebody, say I'm bad. Which is an African American colloquialism that means I'm good. I'll explain it later. God knew way back when Ruth coupled up with Naomi and said, thy God shall be my God, thy people shall be my people. God knew that Ruth needed to move with Naomi to meet Boaz, so that together they would produce Obed, and so that Obed would marry and have Jesse, and so that Jesse would marry and have David. He set it all up 4 generations ago so that David would be created for such a time as this. I am not only fully equipped with everything I need, I am here at the right time. I am at the right stage. I am at the right age. I am called to a particular space and time in history. He created me, and he said, I don't want that boy to come a day earlier or a day later than he's supposed to come, because the situation has got to be right before I put you on stage. They didn't hear what I'm saying. God did not create man in an earth that didn't have oxygen, that didn't have water, that didn't have food. He creates the stage and then creates the man inside the stage. And he surely didn't create the woman until everything was in order and in place. And when everything was there, air, wind, water, shelter, clothing, food, and a husband, he said, now you can come on out, Eve. Come on, talk to me, sisters. That's why a woman always wants to know questions. Is everything, how we gonna get there? What we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What time do we arrive? Because women were created in a state of completeness. A man can make do without having everything he needs, because Adam was created and there was still something lacking, but he still made it. But when the woman came, everything was in place before she stepped out on the stage. Come on, back me up, sisters. It isn't always that God is getting you ready for the stage. Sometimes he has you on hold because he's getting the stage ready for you. So then, my brothers and my sisters, tonight we find that God has begun to train David to play a particular role in history. If he would have trained him in the palace, Saul would have killed him. So like Mr. Miyagi, he trained him with sheep to be a leader of nations. He put him on the backside of the mountain. He created him to be the 8th son of Jesse. He caused him to be rejected by his own brothers, and his father was uncertain of his parentage, some theologians say. That's why he said, in sin was I born, and in iniquity did my mother conceive me. And that's why his father did not readily point to him as one of his sons, because it had been rumored. See, God determines the amount of pain you have, the amount of misplacement you experience, the amount of rejection you endure. Because the simple truth of the matter is, had you fit in with the family, you might not have never stepped into your purpose. Had the person you wanted marry you, you might have been contented to be their wife. And so God allows you to be rejected over here so that you can be accepted over there. That's why you gotta praise him when things go right, and you gotta praise him when things go wrong. I have lied whatever state I'm in. Anybody can be happy when he says yes, but God wants somebody to be happy when he says no. You will not be your father's favorite son. Because if you are your father's favorite son, you will inherit your father's farm. And I have something bigger for you than that. was good for me that I was afflicted. If I had not been afflicted, I would have never experienced the glory of God. When my mother and father forsake me, the Lord will take me up. Wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thou. I don't know, but I feel like I'm talking to somebody already. David's life seems so disconnected, so discombobulated, so erratic, so unstable. Who would have thought that when God sent Samuel out to look for a king, that he would send him out into the field to find a boy covered with sheep dung? Who would have thought? What does taking care of sheep grazing in the grass have to do with being king over Israel? Shouldn't he be more qualified? Shouldn't he have more experience? Shouldn't his background resonate with the possibilities of aristocracy? No, God is like Mr. Miyagi. He uses strange techniques to train you for greatness. In real-time speed, it seems like you have been forgotten and like you have been rejected. It is only in retrospect that you look back at your life and say, Lord, I thank you. Because if I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't have got to here. And if I hadn't gone through this, I wouldn't be in the place I am right now. And I didn't understand it when it was happening. What I'm trying to tell you is that nothing that you've been through will be wasted. I'm going to talk to the folk in the balcony. Nothing that you've been through will be wasted. No nights you cried will be wasted. No divorce, no disappointment, no crisis, no embarrassment, no disgrace, no heartbreak will be wasted. But God is using it all, and all things are going to work together for the good of them that love the Lord. So when the lion roars against you, God's training you how to kill the lion. And when the bear runs against you, God's showing you that you can fight when something bigger than you has come against you. It is the lion and the bear that gets you ready for the giant. You'd never be ready for the giant if you hadn't had to fight the fights that led to the giant. A fight brought David to the stage.